Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys this 2021 Hyundai Sonata Inline, but I would like to give a special thanks to Homestead Hyundai for providing with the Sonata Inline. If you're in the market for a Hyundai, you can come check out Homestead Hyundai and ask for Edmond. He will get you into a new or pre-owned vehicle. But let's start this review out underneath the hood here of the Sonata Inline. Open up the hood, it does reveal Hyundai's 2.5 liter four-cylinder. This powertrain makes 290 horsepower, 311 pound-feet of torque. It's hooked up to an 8-speed dual clutch transmission. As the Sonata sits here, it weighs 3,500 pounds. You cannot get this with all-wheel drive. You can only get this with front-wheel drive. This does have best-in-class 0 to 60 at 5.2 seconds. So this does beat the Honda Accord 2.0 and also the Toyota Camry with that 3.5 liter V6. Fuel economy here is rated at 23 in the city, 33 on the highway, and 27 combined. If you guys are worried about fuel economy, Hyundai will sell you a hybrid model of the Sonata. So if you're looking to get over 40 miles to the gallon, I would recommend going for that hybrid powertrain instead. But shedding the hood here of the Sonata Inline, let's talk about the exterior styling here. A lot of people say this car looks like a catfish. I can see that from certain angles here of the vehicle. These headlights here are going to be a multi-reflector with an automatic low and high beam with an LED turn signal, and the LED daytime running light runs up the hood here, but it cuts off by this chrome piece here. That's the inline badge here in the grille. I do like the way this grille looks. It looks very aggressive. Looking at the Hyundai emblem, that does house the dynamic radar cruise control. There's also this opening here to put an air curtain over the brakes, but the front styling here of the Sonata Inline looks very good. It looks more aggressive compared to a normal Sonata. But I want you guys to comment down below in the comment section and tell me what you guys think about the Hyundai Sonata Inline. Looking at the side profile, let's start off with these tires and wheels here. These are a 245/40 Continental tire. They're wrapped in this 19-inch rim design. I do like the silver with the black insert here. There's the inline badge here on the side fender. There's this LED side marker here on the mirror cap. And up top, Hyundai does offer this large panoramic sunroof here to let light into the cabin. There's also some sharp body lines here on the lower part of the door panel. The wheelbase for the Sonata Inline here is at 111.8 inches with an overall length of 192.9. That's right on par with every other mid-size sedan in this segment. Looking at the rear, to start off with these taillights here, they're going to be an LED combination with an LED turn signal with an LED brake light. I like that the tail light module here wraps around the whole trunk lid. There's a stand-up backup camera with the Hyundai emblem with the Sonata name spelled out. Looking here at the lower part of the bumper, this is where the reverse lights live. They're going to be an incandescent design. And this also has a quad tip exhaust. I do like the rear diffuser here. It does look semi-aggressive. There's also these vortex generators here on the top of the trunk lid with this integrated rear spoiler. Open up the cargo bag here. Hyundai hides the trunk release button right here. Once you do that, the cargo will open and it reveals 16 cubic feet of space. If you're looking for a bigger trunk, you have to check out the Honda Accord that offers 16.7 cubic feet of space, and you can fold the seats down to do a 60/40 split. And underneath here, Hyundai does give you a spare tire instead of a fix-a-flat kit. Sitting inside the interior of the Sonata Inline here, I like this light gray with the red stitching and piping here. This interior does have a nice modern look to it. This infotainment system here is a 10.25-inch display. It does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Looking at the door panel material, is going to be a soft touch material. This does have the Bose audio sound system, which sounds pretty good. There's some dark chrome here on the door handle. Over here is going to be the mirror controls and lock controls. It is automatic up, automatic down for the driver and passenger, but not for the rear windows. Your dimmer switch, lane keep assist is here with the trunk release, the stability control, and electronic parking brake. The steering wheel here is going to be a manual tilt and telescoping. This does have paddle shifters, so you can cycle through the 8-speed wet dual clutch transmission. The turn signal and headlight stock is there. The windshield wiper stock is right here. I like the red stitching here on the steering wheel. Nice high quality leather here. The upper part of the dashboard is going to be a hard touch plastic here on the instrument panel, but over here on this area is going to be a soft touch material. Looking here at this LCD display here is going to be a full 12-inch display. You can customize it via this toggle here on the steering wheel. Over here is for the driver's assistance. It does have the highway steer assist. There's the Hyundai emblem here on the airbag cover. Over here is some controls for the voice command controls and for the volume control. Like I mentioned, this is a 10.25-inch display. It does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto here. But going back to going here, my iPhone 12 Pro Max is not connected. Let me connect my phone really quick. So I connected my phone here. As you guys can see, you can also have this thing take up the complete screen. You have to go through the Hyundai settings here in order to do that. Right now it's just had a split screen, but going back to the Apple CarPlay and going into the Google Maps, it takes up this portion of the screen here, but you can make it take up the full 10.25 inch display. You have to go through the Hyundai interface and the settings in order to do that. There's going to be some touch sensitive buttons on the side here for the radio, media, sync, track setup. There's a volume knob here. Over here is going to be the air vents, the hazard switches there. This does have dual climate control. This only has 3-level heated seats. If you're looking to have cool seats, you have to go for a different trim level in order to get the cool seats. Hyundai keeps it simple here with the 3-level heated seats on the inline model. There's a 12-volt down here with 2 USB ports. There's this wireless phone charger here. My iPhone 12 Pro Max does fit just fine. Putting the Sonata into reverse here, of course, put your foot on the brake and click the R there. This does have trajectory with distance markers. Putting the vehicle into drive, you click the D, and to put into neutral, you go there. And this vehicle also has a launch control. We're going to talk about that in the driving portion here of this video. This is in here to let everyone know that you have the inline model. You also get that in at the lower part of the steering wheel here. Honestly, I'm not a big fan here of the steering wheel. It's very gimmicky in my opinion. Over here is for the drive mode selector, which shows you Sport, Sport Plus. It does turn off the traction control, and there's a custom mode, also a normal mode. If you guys are not looking to get this 2.5 liter 4-cylinder, Hyundai will sell you a hybrid model that gets over 40 miles to the gallon. The materials from the dashboard are going to be a soft touch ejection mold. The plastic, there's some red stitching here with some silver painted trim there. Looking at the glove box, it does offer a large storage there. These seats in here, exclusive to the inline model here, they're going to have some red stitching and red piping. I like the suede Alcantara here in the middle. That's the in badge there in the middle. The center armrest here is going to be nice and padded. It does reveal a decent amount of storage. There's no USB port or 12-volt in there. There's 2 cup holders here. There's an auto hold function. The key fob here does have some functions on it, which includes a lock, unlock, trunk release, a panic button, also remote start. Above me, there's this large panoramic sunroof here to let light into this cabin. The lighting is going to be an LED. You can also open up the shade here for the panoramic sunroof here via this control there. But overall, the Sonata does have a nice upscale interior. But let's hop into the back seat of the Hyundai Sonata. Getting into the back seat here of the Sonata inline, shutting the door here, the material is going to be a soft touch material. There's going to be 1 matte pocket back here for storage. There's your own set of rear air vents back here with the USB charging port. The floor back here is not flat, but you can fit 3 people across. And Hyundai says you get 34.8 inches of legroom here in the back seat of the Sonata. And above me, there's this large panoramic sunroof here to let light into this cabin. Pulling this armrest down here, it does reveal 2 cup holders. So starting off from the 2021 Hyundai Sonata inline here, this has that 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. It makes 290 horsepower and 311 pound-feet of torque. And like I mentioned, this car does have a launch control. So we're going to test out the launch control a little bit on into the test drive here. But visibility out of Sonata is very good. You have a good commanding view of the road. The seats in here, they're comfortable. They're only 3-level heated seats. Unfortunately, you have to go for a different trim level if you're looking to get the cool seats on the Sonata. And Hyundai will sell you a hybrid powertrain. So if you guys are looking to get better fuel economy, I would recommend going for the hybrid model, because this powertrain is rated to get 23 in the city, 33 on the highway, and 27 combined. So if you guys are looking to get that really good fuel economy, you have to go for the hybrid powertrain. But we're gonna do a launch control. I tested this car before. This has the same powertrain that's in the Kia K5, and I think the K5 has a slower 0 to 60 time. I think with 5.5 seconds. But to do the launch control, Hyundai makes it very simple. And when it comes to a complete stop here, you're gonna turn off the traction control here. You're gonna put the car in a Sport Plus mode. You're gonna put your foot on the brake and accelerator. And keep in mind, this car does have an 8-speed wet dual clutch transmission. And like I mentioned, this car, Hyundai says 0 to 60 in 5.2 seconds, which is best in class 0 to 60 time. So if you guys are looking to get that 0 to 60 time, this will outperform the Honda Accord 2.0T. That's a really good powertrain as well. So if you guys are looking for a peppy powertrain, also a fast shifting transmission, do not get me wrong, the Honda's 10-speed automatic is very quick to shift, but not quick compared to this dual clutch here. And this car will get up to speed really quick. And you guys will hear, this car will hold the revs. but I have no complaints from the driving point here of the Sonata. You also have this 10.25 inch display. It does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The steering wheel here, I'm not a big fan here of the steering wheel. It looks very gimmicky to me, but there's a lot of N badges in here to let everyone know that you have the N model of the Sonata here. But this car handles really good. But Hyundai should consider offering a limited slip differential or all-wheel drive, because this car, keep in mind, is fitting 290 horsepower to the front wheels. This is a front-wheel drive model car. Same thing with Honda. They are also offering front-wheel drive. I think none of the competitors in the segment offer a high-powered all-wheel drive car. And above me, there's this large panoramic sunroof here to let light into the cabin. This is a very beautiful, modern, upscale cabin. Hyundai did a really good job here with this interior of the Sonata. But keep in mind, you buy this car because you know this car has great performance and it gets up to speed really good. And that 2.5 liter 4-cylinder here doesn't sound the best, but this car will get you in some trouble. Like I mentioned, 0 to 60 in 5.2 seconds. Like I mentioned, great powertrain, great driver's assistance, great seating comfort here. These seats are unique to the inline model. So if you guys are looking for a high performance Sonata, Hyundai will sell you this Sonata inline. Starting price here for the Sonata inline is at $33,300 with the options and accessories. The Sonata inline stickers for $34,984. Hope you guys have enjoyed this full review here on the Sonata inline. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Drive On Reviews and hit the subscribe button, and I see you all in the next review.